Will not comment on
Wet-ass posse.
fart Hitler, but does have a wet-ass posse.
You and your buddy, they're going to go egg your kids as they're looking for work. What the fuck? Is pussy the new nose on a pumpkin up, dog?
I don't want you to go home and beat yourself over the fact that I think you could pull off a mumu.
You
Fucking
hate to think that you're stuck in an endless loop where you always end up sucking your best friend's dick.
Yikes, folks. That's the perfect segue. We had someone come to us and ask for clarification on something.
On a couple of things.
Let's get it right on the way.
We want to open this on a very somber note. We're gonna. This is one of those PSAs before that.
Yeah.
We
got to get ahead of it.
We got to get the serious out before we get to the funny.
Because someone reminded me that you had said farts are like the Hitler of the body. Do you care to clarify?
Said that.
I was told that you said this.
You
Do you want
said
to clarify? It's fine. Or we can let it be and you stand behind your statements.
I mean, how do we admit? No, I didn't say fart. I said.
You shouted it.
I shouted farts are like the Hitler of the body?
Yes, farts are the Hitler of the body.
When did I shout this?
I don't know specifically, but we had several affidavits
saying that I did.
You can't deny it.
Well, I guess I'd have to see this
Do you
affidavit before I was to acknowledge
I'll show
anything.
you a affidavit.
How about you get my lawyer to present me with these affidavits?
I gotta
and then
fuck your lawyer.
Oh, I mean, if you have to fuck.
Listen, our farts.
You
the
go to
Hitler
my
of the
lawyer.
body.
You go to my lawyer's office. He's like, "Oh, you want these affidavits?" And just sticks his fat little ass out in those striped pants, and you're like,
striped pants,
pinstripe suit on my lawyer. I got a
thought,
real
like,
nice
real
Italian
carnival
lawyer.
Worker.
Yeah, real carnival worker. He's like, "You want these affidavits? You're gonna have to pay the troll toll."
All right, don't sidestep the question. Do you agree or disagree? Do you want to clarify anything?
I don't even remember saying it, so I don't know how to clarify it.
Well, now maybe hearing it for the first time, do you agree or disagree?
I would like to know how before I agree with anything. How are farts the Hitler of the body?
Because they're bad.
I'm gonna stay neutral on this one because I don't know how
bold
to.
choice. Wow.
I don't know how to.
Controversial
I don't know if I
decision
agree. I don't know if
by
I
Slim.
agree or disagree because it's like I feel like there's a gas joke in there somewhere, but that's not right. There shouldn't be. Yeah.
Trying to lead it away from there.
Yeah.
Just saying that it's bad.
But all are farts bad?
Beautiful question.
All farts matter?
No.
No farts matter.
No.
My farts matter.
Well, yeah, because you faint a little when you fart.
I farted and nothing. I farted and I didn't smell it, and I almost fainted just now. But I didn't eat for a whole day a couple days ago. Last day I didn't eat all day. A couple days ago I didn't eat all day, and it was like 6 p.m. and I let loose a bigger fart than I should have for not eating all day, you know? And I was like, but then no smell, because you know how sometimes you fart and you catch a whiff of it, and then you do one of two things. You either go, how did this come out of my body? This is horrific and I'm dying. Or this really isn't that bad. I could put up with this. And you're like, my own fart really isn't that bad sometimes. Not pleasant, but you're like, I recognize this is one of my own and it's not terrible.
Interesting decision to stay neutral on the subject. People want to know, go to
Who's the people?
www.thedapperdads.com. You can submit anonymously whether you agree or disagree that farts are the Hitler of the body. I am paraphrasing this. I would never say such a thing on a long car ride
I don't
home.
even think I said that.
I don't.
We said some things on that long car ride home that were insane.
That is the perfect podcast episode every year.
That no one will ever
get
to listen to. Yeah.
We didn't say anything that crazy. I just
we said some
conjuncture of words that shouldn't be uttered.
No,
but they're not that bad. I hate alluding to things because it seems like
it makes it sound so much worse. Yeah, why don't you just go ahead and say it?
I'd prefer not to.
Well, you said
second word was
farts are the Hitler of the body.
I didn't say that. I'm just clarifying your stance on that.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean, I don't disagree.
Okay, cum dumpster? Is that what we?
No, but cum dumpster's fine.
Yeah,
we implied some people were cum dumpster.
We implied that you would take a sip from the tap of your own cum dumpster. I recall that.
Yeah. Well, you said someone was going to be sexually fucked.
And
that became a whole
because
long 20 minutes.
Because you can unsexually fuck somebody.
It's true, but you never hear someone go and they got sexually fucked.
But I mean, it implies that it's so sexy when it's happening.
I don't think sexy at all when I
I think
sexually
if I was sexually fucked, I would imply that there's a lot of passion going on there. Like one of those girls you've wanted, like you two have just been waiting to fuck forever. Like you guys have been coworkers and like you guys see each other all the time. You just think about it, and then you're finally like the office party, and you guys meet in the hallway outside the bathroom, and then like it just boom, it just happens, and you guys
in the hallway outside of the bathroom.
Well, you kiss. No, it starts. You kiss there, and then you move.
No.
Let me finish.
No, wait,
let me make some clarification. I feel like you got questions that I haven't finished.
I don't have.
I haven't clarified yet.
I'm saying. So you think your definition of being sexually fucked is being in a hallway and boom, it happens?
No, boom. You guys kiss because you finally break that tension because you guys have both had a little bit too much of that eggnog that's pretty much just vodka and egg yolks that your boss made. And you're just drinking
his special
brew, his grandma's bathtub eggnog
and you
that he
see
made.
her drinking it and it turns you on so much.
It turns you on so much because you see some dribble down her chin and you see her wipe it away and then just
spits it all over her tits.
And then wipes it on. One breast falls out. She dribbles eggnog on and then licks it off and then looks at you and goes, and then rubs her fingers in between
every other one of your coworkers is around you just like, what the fuck is going on?
And you're just looking at it, licking your lips. And then like you guys just bump into each other outside of the bathrooms because you both went piss and you're just like, oh, sorry. And she's like, I'm sorry. And you guys just look at each other like you both know.
And then boom, it happens.
No, and then just boom.
You get sexually fucked.
Just boom, you're kissing and there's just tongues tasting vodka, eggnog everywhere. And then like you guys like you're just moving and stuff's coming off. And then one of you just stops. You're like, no. Not here. We can't do this here. And then you just kick open a bathroom stall door and you start fucking in there like animals because you're drunk off Christmas egg.
Open bathroom.
Then we can do fucking the hall closet that's right next to there with the mops and shit and all the cleaning supplies.
Where I work?
Office Christmas party.
At the work?
Well,
I don't think they typically take place at the work.
Find the bathroom at the Italian restaurant that you guys have decided to have the Christmas party at.
There's usually like a banquet room.
You have gone into the banquet room that is not being used for guests right now and you bang in there?
Yeah.
For the hope that the pizza cook brings back the delivery boy and bangs him back there?
I don't
cook's
think
a lady. And then
yeah, stop assigning gender roles.
Yeah. Big scary lady. Small young pizza delivery boy, and she's like putting the pizzas in the oven and he's watching her like, no, I couldn't tell anybody I fucked the pizza lady. And the pizza lady's looking at him like when she bends over to put the pizza in, she like takes the paddle and smacks her own ass with it one time.
It's a huge paddle.
Huge paddle.
Like,
but she's got
unrealistic to even be able to just flick
She's got one of those big asses though.
Yeah, but it's hard to just flick.
What would be better? Big old fat ass pizza lady making the pizzas that comes on to 19-year-old you delivering pizzas?
The paddle.
I know, but
it's just difficult.
But a paddle so big that it slaps the ass appropriately, or an ass so small that it's a comically large paddle hitting the skinny old lady's ass?
No, I'm talking about the mannerism of flicking the paddle.
It's got to have a big handle on it so you can whap it back.
We're getting caught up on the wrong things.
You want to talk about a whap? She's whapping that.
Whoa.
Whapping that ass with that paddle.
Yeah, people have also reached out and asked to confirm that you do or do not have a wet ass pussy.
I've got a wet ass pussy.
Nice.
Everyone knows I do.
All right, so he isn't in the middle on everything, folks.
No, I got a
Will not
wet
comment on
ass posse.
Fart Hitler, but does have a wet ass posse. Hell yeah, I'm part of your wet ass.
We're all soaked, motherfucker. We've been in the river.
I'm in the river. I'm in the speedo.
I'm in the river, in the speedo. You're sweating. We're in a posse full of pussies, and we're sweating. We're smacking our asses with pizza pans. It's great.
I forgot to say when I went to take a shower and I took the speedo off, I literally started to pull it down, and a thick chunk of sand hit the bottom of the shower floor. So that might have been what was accentuating my gorgeous package, was just a big
chunk of sand.
Yeah, it felt demeaning.
Feels bad,
have
man.
Sand
Sounds
flop
bad.
out of your speedo. America, baby, go to 4027 Dapper. Show up, check in.
Show up at the phone number.
Room,
replace all the metal in your body with a bunch of staples underneath your dick.
Yeah, 4027-327-7737.
That was wrong.
Was it?
You said 4027-377737.
Call it. Call it and tell them.
Call Nebraska. See what the fuck is up.
Ask them why they're not the Dapper Dads.
Call 402-737-4732 and see who the...
Listen, if you're a real Dapper Dads fan, you just dialed the phone number, and whoever answers,
you're a real
you
Dapper
go, listen
Dad.
to Dapper Dads podcast.
If you're a real Dapper Dads fan, you have our personal phone number.
Yeah, and you shouldn't abuse it.
Yeah, but you do, because you're a real fan.
deathbedspodcast@gmail.com. Send some correspondence. We're big into affidavits, but we won't
Huge
remember
affidavits, and we won't know what it's called until we listen back to this. And I'm like, oh yeah, affidavit
that.
talk.
And I will forget anyway. We had to struggle to find vestibule recently.
Oh my god,
which sucked. But it was funny because you were like, "What's the word?" And I just said vestibule.
Vestibule?
And we were like,
that's because we know now. We know that for some reason we comically put the word vestibule in so many sentences.
What's the word?
What's
out of our entire
bird is the
lives.
word. Vestibule is the word.
That's what my neon sounded like trying to go up hills.
Vestibule.
Okay, please. Patreon, did we say that? Patreon.com/dapperdads. We
/ $5 a month /
we're talking about the ladies that we love.
From the 90s.
From the 90s. The perfect women that will settle for us. Find out who it is. And never mind.
And figure out what food their name sounds like.
Yes. Twitter @DapperDads. There's tweets. Tweet at us. Tweet about us.
Tweet for us.
Don't subtweet us.
Put us in the tweet, but don't. If you subtweet, don't twat. You know what I mean?
Write your perfect Dapper Dads tweet. Send it to us a different way. And
write your perfect Dapper Dads joke and tweet it to us.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty easy.
You pretty much just have to do any combination of disgusting words that sound funny.
Yeah, we're going to make a Dapper Dads soundboard, and it's simple. Go to Instagram @DapperDadsPodcast, and then just
die about
do that. Reels. We're working on our reels.
Reels and in the year?
Reels and in the year.
Working on our Dapper Dan, Steely Dan cover band.
Confusing.
We're called Dapper Dan. Because we're Dapper Dads, but it's Steely Dan. Yeah.
Harlem that made the clothes.
Yeah, Dapper Dan Dads. Steely Dapper Dan Dads.
How about just Steely Dapper Dads?
How about reeling in the dads?
Perfect. Yeah.
Dadding in the years?
Nope, we were good with reeling in the dads.
Are we reeling in the dads? Stowing away the time. Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
Are you ready?
All right,
everybody's turned off. That looks so loud, I'm scared to ever. Yeah, shut up. You're getting in there. No, stop. The people upstairs.
They're just stomping and dancing. No, they start playing Steely Dan.
Pick me up upside down and let me stomp on the ceiling.
Just so we can all scream at the same time.
Through that.
Oh, you're reeling in the years.
Yeah, it's your upstairs neighbor so excited about Steely Dan.
Oh my god, yeah. Imagine that. Imagine having someone live below you that plays music too loud at all hours, but it's all bangers all the time.
It's everything you always want to hear.
You're trying to fuck your wife, and then suddenly
you're like, honey, once we're done, can I go hang out with the neighbors?
Yeah, honey, once we're done, I'm gonna go party with the neighbors.
You're like, thanks for the soundtrack. I was fucking my wife, and it's normally unpleasant, but now it's not.
Dogs tried to eat me.
It's a slightly off remix?
Yeah.
Was this just a guy with a microphone underneath him?
Is this the River 2:30 a.m. guy comes up and yells at us remix of Where You At?
That guy did not yell at us. That guy was very calm.
Where you at?
That was a man who knew how to approach four men.
Yeah. That guy was
in the river.
That guy was secure in his
not
strength.
Even knowing a bunch of them are naked.
Yeah.
Wish I would have stood up and been like, "What's the problem, Chief?"
What's the problem,
Ossifer? With my Speedo on, just thrusting.
What's the problem? Problem.
Imagine getting pulled over and the cop comes up to the car and I'm just in the Speedo.
You're just in the Speedo and the windows are rolled up, but just so loud, just
I just press my ID against the window, my insurance, my registration, which I feel like I never got the right thing. And that's why I'm trying to say through the window, like, is this right? Because it's just written. It should have like come in the mail, right? Is it still? Am I good? And I just drive away.
But you roll the windows down as you roll.
It just blows out the windows and the cop
blows the cop's ears up. Blows his head up and it's just a tongue waggling around. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that.
I know.
It's just so funny.
We are obsessed with being pulled over in funny ways, and you're obsessed with tongues waggling.
Because the idea of a head exploding, but not the tongue, it just stays there and just like that's.
Jesus Christ. Why does no one ever chart our obsessions. Because
I would hate,
I would
but
love
to
just
see
look
that
back
chart.
at like a long, like someone by the time this is over in the future, who the hell knows when,
Yeah.
just chart it out like from June to July of 2018.
Like,
you
show
guys
me
were
the
obsessed
statistics
with Fred Durst. And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
Like, show me the statistics, but then also
And
get
you know how caught up we would get, because then we'd instantly fall back in love with so
oh my
many
god, yeah, because
things.
we instantly are like, oh my god, full government name.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
But even besides the catchphrase, it's just, tongue waggling. Like, we know this. People around us know this. Like, you just gotta
Ray
let
Romano
us,
voice. I want to
yeah.
see just Ray
That
Romano
was,
voice statistics.
if we had
That was
like
a bad
graph,
time.
that one was like probably the biggest.
Yeah, the
like,
biggest spike in obsession was Ray Romano scenarios.
And what's funny is people, I think, are like, oh, they're caught up on the show talking about this thing, and it's like, try being in our lives.
Try being in our heads. Try being us.
Yeah, being in our heads.
Try
but you
thinking
think
of this
you're
shit.
just imagine being at the bar and hearing a man who won't stop ordering his drinks in a Ray Romano voice.
He's like, yeah, behind my mama with his slippery nipple. Deborah.
Accidentally answering important phone calls in the Ray Romano voice and then having to double down because
Getting really drunk with your friends and recording your voicemail in the bathroom. That sounds like Ray Romano being like, I'm not at the phone. I'm shitting at Richards.
I'm so glad I stopped doing that, because I used to be obsessed with that as a kid, as novelty voicemails. My favorite was the, what's up? I'm not even here.
Oh, you
And
piece of
people-
shit. I hate you. Why would you
People
do that?
get so mad. And I would change it frequently so that people
So it
were
seemed
still...
like, oh, hey, what's up?
And it would, but it would be like, no, it would be like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Snickering
I'm
like
not
an
even here.
Ja-
So
oh,
fucking stupid.
I would drive to where I thought you were and just drive around looking for you and then just hit you.
Imagine, for sure, on at least one
Being
occasion,
a potential employer.
job calling, and they're like, and also someone just going, "What's up?" And they're like, "Hi, I was calling in reference," and someone's snickering, and they're like, "What's up, idiot? I'm not even here right now. Leave a message, and maybe I'll call you back."
We were going to give you a $50,000 a year job as a stupid kid, but then you pranked me with this voicemail. I hate you.
I think we all know I'll always take the joke 10 times out of 10.
I'll take a joke
the
over money. All the money in the world can't buy me over a perfectly timed suicide.
Or I used to just play songs. That would be my voicemail, was like a song that I liked at the time. Did you ever do that?
No.
I did the shit. I know my friends did too. So you call and it'd be like Ace of Spades by Motorhead, and then it'd be me like, leave a message.
I had a ring back tone that was a
Yeah.
song you could listen to, and it was Jesus Christ by Brand New, and then it expired, and then it just became classical music
Mozart.
when people
Everybody fucking had that shit where they like didn't update it, and then you're like, I'm not calling to listen to like a MIDI version of
I know
Mozart.
my dad would call me when I was like, because I did it when I was like young and had a flip phone, and my dad would call me and just leave voicemails about it, and he'd be like, oh, I always feel like I'm waiting for something real fancy when I call you, but then I remember it's just my son. Well, I don't have anything to say, I was just calling by, and it's like, get off my phone, I'm trying to jerk off and listen to Slipknot.
I also used to be a big fan of, I feel like I've said on here, but I just told someone who didn't know it existed, when you could do text signatures to people.
Yeah,
And
that
the
was a
best
lot of
prank was
fun.
to borrow someone's phone, and I would always put as the signature, and also I think I might be gay. And then someone would send a text like, whatever, yeah, I'll probably be home around 5.
Please come home. Please, you need to leave work. I think mom died in a car accident. And also, I think I'm
might be
gay.
Yeah, that's what whoever I was talking to pointed out, and they were like, what if it was like a really bad text message? And I'm like, well, it's part of the game.
I think we
baby.
should see other people. And also, I think I'm gay.
That makes a lot of sense. Or I used to do like, and fuck you too. But then one of my friends' moms, and you know the guy, and it makes it the funniest version. I did it to him, and he texts mom, and it was also, I think I might be gay, and she like lost her mind and was like, you have to come home right away. And he was like, why? Also, I think I might be gay. And she was like, that's why. And he was like, okay. And then he went home, and she was like, what the fuck is going on?
Who was it?
You know,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
like the
that.
best. And his mom was like crazy about shit.
Really?
Yeah. And also because I was a big prank guy, and then he was one of those friends that would do a fucked up thing and then blame you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I never knew that.
And like one time we were on his like home computer back when he had to be like on LimeWire and shit, and we had just downloaded some crazy punk song, and it was taking forever, and it was like had been the wrong song. We finally got it, and he was holding a can of Coke, and we got so excited, and I pushed him, and then Coke went all over the computer, and then he just was basically like, yeah, drama, just spilled Coke. I think he said poured Coke all over the computer, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Like make it sound like you were just like,
thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me over. A nice computer, by the way.
Yeah, she did not like me, and she's just kind of mean. But also then there's pranks like the gay thing where I'm like, I also had one where I was like, and I shaved my pubes for you. And I think someone got their mom with that one too. And that's
a bad text.
It's a bold choice. People stopped letting me use their phones.
For some reason, when you were telling me about that last bit, it made me think of this thing when my dad was a kid. You know how our fathers just held on to unnatural anger for an unnaturally long amount of time? He had always never let go of anything. He told me when he was a kid, he had a friend over, and his friend broke one of the model airplanes he built with his hands, but blamed it. He said he just came from having lunch at his house, and he had fried chicken, and his hands were greasy, and he dropped it. And he was like, I knew that little son of a bitch just broke it because he was mad he didn't have it. And I was like, interesting.
Yeah, it is a crazy. The
is it a crazy
defense?
Lie, or is it like?
It feels like a.
Because why would your hands still be that greasy?
Yeah, they shouldn't be. Also, like, did it slip out of his hands and break on the floor, or did it break in his hands?
I wish I could tell you I cared enough to
someone's
remember,
hands
but I
being
don't.
so greasy that it breaks.
That implies a lot.
Like
that implies that you are so greasy that you can't touch anything.
Yeah, how'd you get here?
How did you even put clothes on today?
Opening doors.
Trying to hang onto his bike handles and just slipping?
Oh, I remember putting lube on people's door handles. Big time.
Or
condom.
You're a good guy.
Oh, man. I used to be bad with it. Now I think back, I put cheese under people's car door handles. I just hid and jumped out at people like obsessively.
Lick Oreos and put them on people's windshields, put mustard on people's paint.
Yeah. I did some things I don't even know if I can say about
cars.
Yeah,
I did some things I
didn't realize were going to be such a
detrimental thing.
Yeah, I used to do a lot. I was probably just an absolute nightmare to be with. Because it's one of those things where then you get older and you're like, God damn it, if someone did that to me now, I would like absolutely lose my fucking mind and beat the shit out of them.
Were you the guy that was constantly egging my Jeep when I had it?
I never did that.
Someone was always egging my Jeep.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
Even when
that can fuck up your car.
Even when I moved from Rockford to Roscoe, someone followed the Jeep and egged it. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, I totally didn't, but I used to egg houses and stuff because it's so fun. Like the time I egged the house and my friend's dad came out and we egged him.
It's just an exploding little bomb of ick. Like,
I know.
Why did God make them so handheld?
And cheap.
If you didn't want cheap and handheld,
70 cents for
like a dozen little wet grenades to throw at somebody.
Like when people are like, I can't believe someone would do this. It's like, really? You haven't done it.
You haven't seen a child with nothing else to do, and okay, picture this. Give a kid 12 water balloons he can hold in his hand. What's he gonna do with them?
Yeah,
he's gonna throw them at something.
It's fun.
Give a kid a raw egg in his hand and be like, okay, whatever you do, don't break this. It'll get everywhere.
Yeah. Because it's like, there's certain moments of my life where I've just felt like pure joy from something stupid. And that sound of like throwing an egg at a car as you're driving by and I'm just giggling. Like it's so.
It's that wham.
Just unfiltered. Or TPing. Like, it's just.
It's just that unbridled like vandalism just feels good sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Vandalism is like the greatest thing.
Vandalism's the best thing ever to do.
Yeah, let's get back into it.
You know what? How about we just record for the next until it gets dark outside, and then we just go vandalize a bunch. Go egg.
Do we know any fans' houses?
Yeah.
Let's go egg some fans' houses.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Can you imagine getting egged by us and you look outside and it's just us wearing Dapper Dad's merch and we're like, we're still doing it, motherfucker. You still listening?
Yeah, they're like, what? Because they haven't heard the episode yet.
We're still
then
egging,
it comes
bitch.
Up and you're like, oh.
No, but they haven't listened in so long. They're like catching up. And then like a year later, they finally catch up and we're like, let's go egg some people's houses. And they're like, oh, now it makes sense.
I've been wondering forever who it was. I've been staying up late trying to figure it out.
But we get a ping every time someone listens to this episode, so we just show up with eggs at your house, so it's also ironically timed that we're also there egging your house when you're listening to it.
It's also one of those things that like I would
be hard for all the Friday listeners.
I would still totally love to egg a house if I knew there was no consequences. But if someone egged my house, I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with the world?
I know. I would be so
When
mad. Like I would be like, I gotta wash this off.
This.
Like if I egged someone's house and like drove away when I was drunk, like I would just laugh and have so much fun.
I would
It'd be great.
Enjoy it forever.
Yeah, but then when it happens to me, you're like
okay,
life is unfair and God's dead because a loving God wouldn't let something like this happen to me.
Spraying it off of my house.
Spraying it off my car, my house, my kids scared in the house because they're scared of eggs now and they won't eat their breakfast, and they're like, I'm afraid someone's gonna throw an egg
I can
through
never
my
look
window.
at eggs again the same.
My kid can't even hear the word egg without shaking and going into fucking PSTD flashbacks. I don't know. They go to gym class and someone's like, eat your eggs for protein, and the kid just falls down and can't run the 12-minute mile. I'm like, no, sweetie, that's a good way to get out of it, but we can't pretend we have PTSD every time we go out for breakfast.
Can't pretend. It's nothing's better than undermining someone's PTSD. Listen, I'm your dad. You can't pretend to have PTSD.
Yeah, you know what I loved as a child?
And then you keep throwing the eggs as the dad to get them over it.
Yeah, you're like, this is the only way to get over it. You'll feel
driving 'em
better, I
deeper and
promise.
deeper.
I love you.
He's
I
just
love
in his
you.
room just breaking eggs one after another.
You're just
like,
throwing eggs at the kid's
sweetie,
face.
he's 15-year-old boy. Sweetie, stop breaking the eggs. And he's like, I'm gonna figure out who did that to me.
You're just throwing eggs in your kid's face, going, I love you, I love you, I love you.
It would
Trying
probably
to,
be
make a
really
positive
funny
rem-
to egg your kid, just straight up in the backyard.
I think it'd be
boom.
more funnier to like wait until like we have kids someday, and then like they're at their jobs like as teenagers, and then we drive by and egg them as they're leaving work, and then drive home and then be sitting there with a newspaper being like, hey champ, how was work today?
Yeah, you're like,
Be like,
newspapers are so extinct at this time.
Yeah,
You've taken on
it's
an old
upside down.
Yeah,
It's a newspaper with the whole middle cut out, and just like
yeah, you're just looking through it.
yeah.
You're eating eggs behind the newspaper.
I'm covered in eggs. Like,
Just
I'm actually
absolutely.
reading the giant receipt that's covered in egg. I'm getting yelled at by my wife. Why did you spend $1,000 on eggs?
And when you checked out, the cashier was like, I know exactly what you're doing.
You're gonna go egg your son, aren't you? You and your buddy, they're gonna go egg your kids as they're leaving work. Aren't you? What the fuck? This is
What is wrong with
Get
you?
your manager
You
over
want
here,
in?
you rude ass bitch. You wanna go egg my kid?
When do you get off? I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm trying to throw eggs at myself.
I mean, I might
also,
be trying
if you
to.
wanna fuck.
Also, if you want to fuck, we can fuck after we egg.
I'm
my
in a
kid.
loveless marriage.
I'm in a loveless marriage, folks. My wife won't touch me.
It's
She thinks I'm insufferable.
It's led me to egging our children. It's kind of the reason she hates me.
The fact no women
Which
will
came
touch
first, the chicken or me egging my kid?
Which came first, the chicken or my wife not fucking me anymore?
Yeah. Let's egg.
Which came first, the chicken or my loveless fucking marriage?
I seen a shirt that had a chicken and an egg smoking
And
cigarettes.
it said,
in
what
bed.
came first, my
I finally-
loveless marriage or my eggs?
Yep, that shirt's coming soon. Just for us, not
Just
for you
for
guys.
you and me. You can't
don't
have
get it.
one.
Coming with that Mr. Six shirt.
Coming with that sweet Mr. Six outfit,
Blown
an
out.
exclusive
Oh,
t-shirt
they're
that said,
totally. I've been flagged for copyright for some shirts I'm trying to make, and it's really devastating my life.
yeah.
And I bet that they're gonna do the same thing to that shirt.
But they,
Just
what,
print one.
can't we just have one shirt that says, like, what came first, my loveless marriage or the egg?
Oh yeah, that's not copywritten. I wanted to make a shirt with the tweet, Noriega, the rapper's tweet, when he found out about Doja Cat. He tweeted, she in racial chat showing
the
feet.
Yeah.
And I wanted that on a shirt. She in racial chat showing feet. And then I got a big email, large email that was like,
It's not big,
copyright.
it's large.
And I had two different shirts, and I'm like, which one is it going to be? One of them is spectacular and technically should be copywritten, but that one slid by, so we still have hope for that. And I was like, are tweets copywritten? And it was a whole thing. And let's say I'm doing court soon.
Okay,
I
well,
refuse to turn down.
let's just say I do pro bono, which is another word for throws eggs for free for my clients. So
I'm more
I
of
would
an
be-
edge man myself.
I would be happy to represent you in court and edge you in front of the judge.
That's how you get off.
Nah, no pun intended here.
Gavel,
Just-
yeah. Gavel me, motherfucker. while
Gavel
you're
me,
blowing me.
gavel me, motherfucker. Not guilty.
you
and
said
then
you were gonna blow me or
no,
throw
I'm gonna
eggs at
edge
me?
you.
Oh, edge me.
I'm gonna edge you in front of the judge until he goes not guilty. That man can edge like a motherfucker, and then you smacks it, and then
But
I let
it-
you release onto the jury.
You realize you can't edge me. I'm always ready to come.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
You're like, I'm gonna be edging.
No,
him
I
now,
real-
and then I just come.
No,
as
you
soon as
think
he
you
comes.
can't be edged, but then it turns out my edging skills are so
No,
perfect.
I
can
am like-
I can feel your pulse through your cock, and I know when you're gonna come. And my body is so in tune with your body that I can feel when you're about to. I know what I do is
A
I
cool
do that.
breeze will make me ejaculate.
I do that.
ferociously.
Yeah, because you haven't had your dick pinched right when you're about to come just right. I got it. You know how
not.
you know like the losing sign. I take that and I just pinch the head of your dick right when you're about to come.
No,
And
I
then
just
the judge
squirt
goes
through.
The judge goes not guilty, and then he slams it, and then I release you, and you come all
over
over
the
that
judge?
all over that statue of like balance and justice, but it bounces off one shield and hits the judge, and then bounces off the other shield, and it hits the jury.
No, it lands on the.
Affidavits,
Of course. What's the thing where that weighs it down?
scale.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
There it is.
I watched drama. Forget the word for scale.
And then it perfectly weighs out the judicial system, and we find out.
We can get rid of cops.
Fuck,
finally
I gotta be
because
honest with you. I'm getting lightheaded.
Yeah, are you starting to freak out?
I'm not gonna say it because we've
Okay.
been told to stop.
Okay.
But what happens? What is it?
That lightheadedness?
Fuck.
I think it's not eating and drinking a large coffee.
I ate a bagel. We can't talk about it.
Yeah, we
I
can't
just
talk
told
about
you,
it.
but I
Bad.
ate a bagel.
It was bad.
Bad bagel, but still a bagel. I went to bed at a reasonable time last night.
I fell asleep on the couch at a reasonable time and then woke up and ate a bunch of Doritos.
That's the key.
Waking up and eating Doritos?
I don't know about waking up. I mean, I woke up at 8. I would hate to wake up and eat Doritos at 8 a.m.
A half bag of sweet spicy chili Doritos.
Oh no, just the regular ones for me.
Oh, just nacho cheese
Stank
at 8 in the
pussy
morning.
smelling like Cool Ranch Doritos.
I like Squirt, but it stank.
Yeah, where are those shirts at?
You're supposed to make them.
But, or yeah, I guess I can't allude to that shirt because it has classified information
It
in
does.
Cabin secrets, folks. We're over it. We're done. We're not talking about the cabin, but it happened. We're not the same. Nothing's nice.
Are you okay
anymore.
over there?
I'm trying to work through it. I think
feel
it's
like
gone.
you're
I
fading.
had a wild one yesterday. I was driving to somewhere, and
Decatur?
nope, a decanter holds liquid, right?
A decanter is the fancy like glass thing with like no, and it's got like the little stopper
it
on
holds
top.
liquid. I was right.
Yeah,
We were
but
both
it's like,
right.
But when you went decanter,
Because I hold it from the bottom.
no, you hold it
pussy.
on the side because it's a
No,
square.
I hold it from the
It's a
bottom.
glass. No, the cup is not called a decanter.
I'm
Decanter is what
talking.
holds the
We're
liquid.
talking about the same thing. I'm just holding it from the bottom like a man.
Like a fucking animal. You hold it from the side. Oh my god.
Sprays everywhere.
Sprays 112-year-old
I'm
cognac
like,
all over
what
everywhere.
the fuck? Like it's someone else's fault.
We're just at the cabin.
I got my decanter. I'm in my vestibule. Get the fuck away from me.
Fuck away from me. Everything's breakable right now. I need you to not fucking look at me when I'm holding my decanter.
But I was driving somewhere, and I don't know. It was just like a literally 1 minute segment where I was like, I'm gonna barf and faint. I'm gonna barf and faint. And I
Barfing and fainting and barfing and fainting and squirting and pissing and barfing and fainting.
yeah, I had tied a big
You were
one on
tied off
Friday
and you
night.
were barfing?
Yeah, I think it might have made me lightheaded. I know,
think
a
I-
little barfy.
I think I tied off and barfed too much.
I tied a big one on Friday night, so that one makes sense.
You
And then I
tied off
didn't
and
eat
barfed.
for a long time.
That's the problem, yeah.
But then I was fine, and that's what I tweeted it because, like, yeah, the
Your
previous
tweets,
episodes,
your tweets were wild over the weekend.
I don't remember all of them.
Yeah,
and I'd
they
like
got
to not
wild.
be reminded. But yeah, because sometimes, like the previous episodes where I was freaking out, it was based off the coffee, the cigarettes. Yesterday, Friday night, tied a big one on. Didn't
Off?
eat. Tied off a little bit. 'cause
Tied
I was
off
so
during the
drunk.
big tie-on?
I had a bunch of alcohol.
Is death the biggest tie-off? Or the biggest tie-on?
I don't think it's the tie off. There's something before.
The tie-on before the tie-off.
No.
Tie food, not tie off.
But anyway, I did all these things, and then I got one of these, and as I was getting it, I was saying it's gonna fuck my life up. And then I
The
I felt,
tie-off?
Jesus Christ, dude, come on. I got a Starbucks drink that I always get, and what I'm trying to say is sometimes everything's fine, and I get weird, and sometimes I'm like, I was prepped, hadn't eaten, drank a lot, long day, whatever, and then yesterday I felt fucking invincible. It helped me.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the tweet. I feel like if I was encountering you yesterday, you could have just punched through a vestibule.
I did. It changed
Not
everything.
with a decanter.
I won every game of beer darts yesterday.
That
Like
I
flawlessly.
I built some beer dart boards.
I hate it.
I wanted my own for the house. I'm
Also, your
sorry.
grouping was shit.
And yeah, no, that wasn't my grouping. That was Kurt's grouping.
Well, disrespectful.
We also modified some darts by sharpening them and wrapping a piece of electrical tape around it to make it heavier. And those boys are gashers.
Yeah, that's what Matt was saying, and I was like, yeah, you don't want those. Are just. That's what the first time me and Matt played with the darts I bought, which he said were like similar to what he gave you. It was just going through the can until the flight stopped, and I was like, this isn't fun at all.
Well, because all I did was I bought like just black electrical tape, like not even heavy duty, not even like Gorilla tape. It was just like thin black electrical tape. Put one small, like, even wrapping around the middle of a dart just to give it a little, because when I threw it, it was like perfect spiral, stuck right in the wood. I was like, this is great. But then, like, it was like just gouging the can every
it's those
time
darts.
yeah.
It's not the electrical tape.
But no, but I only had one with the electrical tape, and then we had just a regular dart, and it wasn't gouging the can like that.
Yeah, no, sounds like a bunch of losers who can't get their shit together.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I've
what
been
group
playing
of
with
men
machetes.
That would be.
Because I'm done with
We've been playing with giant kitchen
I've become
knives.
too good. I'm
With a
playing
dart?
Yes, I'm playing with 40s and machetes. Step
No,
your game up.
you have to master throwing the dart through a glass bottle so that there's no little tiny shards of glass in it.
There's no way that there couldn't be, but I could also throw a dart through a glass bottle.
I doubt you could.
You one of those professional darts?
Doubt it.
I could throw a bottle through a dart. How about you fucking try that?
I would love to see
wet
that.
ass pussy. How about you take your wet ass pussy, put it over a bottle, fill the bottle up, then throw a dart through it since your pussy's so wet that it could
Watch
fill
it
up an
shatter
entire
everywhere, and
bottle.
everyone's
Just a real
glass and my wet ass pussy all over
leaky,
themselves.
drippy,
Leaky, drippy, wet
fill
ass
an
pussy
entire bottle
with my wet ass
no
pussy.
squirt, no squirting,
No squirt, just
dribbles,
pussy.
just dribbles,
No squirt, just dribbles of pussy.
just poopsies.
Just
located
poopsie.
on Main Street in Geneva. This podcast has always been sponsored.
By-
We just forget by Poopsies, Main Street in Geneva. Stop by, see the one-eyed monster. No, what am I trying to say? Innuendo.
Innuendos? Innuendo? What the fuck? Did you just make up a word? Just
Am I saying it wrong?
innuendo.
Oh yeah, I did.
Because you say, because
Cool.
in my brain I always hear innuendo and then like in her endo, because that's
wow,
an innuendo.
Look at you. What are
an-
you eating under there?
under, under her ass? What are you eating under there? Pussy. Lots of it.
I went
Fat
to the store and got
lips.
some updog.
What's pussy?
Yeah,
yeah.
Not you, but me. Oh no, fuck.
What? I went to the store and got some updog. Pussy?
Yeah, every joke's just pussy. Or what did we use? What was that thing we were obsessed with for a while?
Pussy?
Yeah, just a little bit. Cougar? Hard.
John Cougar Mellencamp?
I mean, yeah, we're still obsessed with that.
Little ditty.
No, what was it?
That's why they call them cougars, huh?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
that's why they.
God,
I guess
that
that's
was
why
it.
they call them cougars.
I guess that's why they call them cougars.
Yeah, because we go to hell and there's that guy that's a puddle and he's like, I guess that's why they call them cougars, huh? And you're like, whoa!
Yeah, we had a run of
Things?
obsessive jokes.
I still want to see the charts. I still want to see the graph.
No one will do it. It's probably too hard to follow.
It's probably too hard. No one just gives a shit enough about us to do anything that we care about.
Yeah, I agree with that. Makes sense though. That's why we're gonna egg their houses.
I mean, I would egg your house if I knew where you're. Send your addresses to 407-3462 and see if you get egged.
Yeah.
Or doxed. Who
well,
knows?
if you've bought merch, we have your address. I don't never want to rub it in.
I
but
don't want to rub it in, but if you bought something from us, you're probably getting egged.
You're
We're looking
getting-
at you, Barry. We're flying to Australia with a dozen eggs.
Oh, that's the only time I'll fly. Yeah, our carry-on is just an absurd amount of eggs.
And then in the,
I'm not
then
even
in the
sure what a
suitcases, it's just
carry-on
eggs.
is. I'm just like, listen, I can
We
have
just see
my
them
eggs.
throwing the suitcases into the plane. We're like, no, we put
Yeah, we
fragile
get there
all
and
over
all
them.
their
The
eggs are broken, and Australia has no eggs.
They're-
We come to find out.
They're like, sorry, mate, no eggs due to the coronavirus. Oh, we got these big fucking
they
Aussie
have
ostrich
fucking
eggs.
kangaroo eggs.
I was going to say
course.
ostrich eggs, but kangaroo eggs sound so much more bigger and lethal.
Imagine throwing a fucking ostrich egg at a
Kills
it
someone.
Just goes
it just goes through the window and kills a baby.
Whoa.
Why
does
you
it
take an
always kill the
ostrich egg.
baby?
You take an
Why do
ostrich
we
egg.
always kill the baby?
You take an ostrich egg, heave it into a house.
I don't know if it's
and
that
you just
big.
hear, gosh, oh my god, because you threw it right into the crib and it squashed a baby.
Well, the baby shouldn't be there.
You-
the baby was asked for
No,
it.
no, you know what? This is what happens. Throw the egg into the house. Ostrich egg shells, unbelievably hard. You have to open them with a hammer. I've seen it. Falls into the house, starts falling down the stairs. Dung, 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 dung. Bounces into the baby crib, squishes the baby. Act of God, or was the baby asking for it? Did the baby
Both.
deserve it? Was that
An
baby
act of
gonna?
God asking for
was
it.
that baby gonna grow up to be Hitler? And that was God's
Or a big
affidavit.
fart.
And that's God. A big fart baby was growing up to be
Farts
Hitler.
are-
And so God affidavit that ostrich, used me to affidavit the ostrich egg into
This
the
is
house
getting
and kill
crazy
baby
for
Hitler.
me, I have to be honest.
Are you telling me
Yes.
that God affidavit me to use a big ostrich egg to throw into that house to kill baby Hitler before it happened?
This is a modern day David and Goliath.
Yeah. I
what I
killed
would
baby Hitler
scream
with
in
an
court.
ostrich. Yeah.
This is a modern day David
This
and
is
Goliath.
kangaroo
I
court.
don't
You
know.
would just stand up and scream.
Emus. Could we get emus too? Emus
Emo eggs?
Yeah, emo eggs.
All
Sad,
black and drippy. It's got the little red bangs on the egg.
It's cut its wrist.
Yeah, it's like one of those funny.
Life.
It's like a Mr. Potato Head, but it's an egg. It's got like, but it's like those pumpkins you see where they paint like the eyes and the mouth, but not a nose. Yeah. You know, but it's just
like that bothers you a lot. The way you said it, yeah, it does. Your biggest
because it's
You're
like where's the fucking nose?
If I bring it up and I'm not worked up about it, maybe I could.
Because they always paint like the comical fucking big lips and like the big eyelashed eyes, but where the fuck is the nose? Just put the fucking nose on it.
It doesn't.
It's a fucking pumpkin. Why
the
fuck
nose
are we
makes
painting?
It too real.
But then why the fuck are you painting over?
Us.
But then the giant comical lips and eyes, like a nose would push it over the edge into the uncanny valley for you.
Well, can we talk about how we'll put eyelashes on the fucking
Herbie cars
headlights? But we won't put a nose.
Are you telling? So you're a? But we
both
put
have
lips
nose
on
problems.
it. We put lips on it, but you put the eyelashes on the card. That makes sense. The card doesn't have a face.
What we want out of life is more respect for nose on inanimate objects.
Yeah,
if you're gonna make a mockery and put faces, it requires a nose.
Well, like put the whole face, not just the pieces of the face that you can draw, motherfucker.
Yeah, because noses are
insanely
historically
hard
difficult to draw, and they always don't look right.
You
got to make it
weird,
bigger. Just give it a up dog.
You just got to give it a little
pussy. Put a pussy in the middle of the face.
What's up, dog? I eat ass.
Pussy could be interchangeable for a nose.
Is pussy the new up dog? Can we say that?
I think it should be.
Is pussy the new nose on a pumpkin up dog?
Was pussy asking for it?
Was pussy the nose? Does pussy nose up dog? Was the pumpkin asking for it, or was the pussy asking for it? Was the pussy on the pumpkin asking for it?
This is getting confusing.
When Cinderella's carriage turns back into a pumpkin at midnight, was it asking for it?
I mean,
the horses turn back into mice. She turns back into a hooker, and the carriage turns back into a pumpkin. The fairy godmother turns back into a crack whore, and life is just bad. Sometimes the bad guys
and they
just
have to
win.
cut their feet off to fit into the slipper. Also, we've been recently enjoying, I won't say obsessed yet, but the idea of Cinderella turning into a big beefy man.
I'm just a big beefy man at the end of the night who's like not like hideous, but like just really big, dumpy, but not like ugly. You know,
I like the idea of him being ugly.
So, that man with the big belly the big belly that I showed you.
Not that big.
I want that man. Cinderella turns into a big belly man.
That's the pumpkin she rides in.
Yeah, the pumpkin turns into that.
Yeah,
riding on the Eliminator. That's the guy that pilots the Eliminator.
That man can't be on a boat.
That's all he's allowed to be on is a boat.
Life jacket. That's all
he's allowed to be on legally is a boat. They can't find shirts that fit that man.
No, the boat will fail.
How do you clothe that man? What do you a mumu?
Oh yeah, big mumu.
But he's got shorts on in that picture.
When are we gonna wear mumus? I feel like, and I don't want this to be taken improperly.
Oh yeah, because we've never said anything that can be taken wrong.
I mean, for you personally, I don't want you to go home and beat yourself over the fact that I think you could pull off a mumu.
You think I'm immediately beating myself up? That sucks. Why do you think I? Well, explain. Make me not feel bad about it.
Because I don't know if you could pull off like a regular dress just because you're so tall.
Right.
It's gonna your dick and balls and butt cheeks are gonna be flopping.
But I mean, it's not kind of the whole point of a dress. What am I wearing?
Is that the whole point of the
skirt?
No, I mean.
Oh, you think I can pull off an ankle length dress?
Yeah, and that's not even a dress to me.
So what are you talking about? Like like above the knee, below the knee? We're talking about a skirt or a dress?
Above the knee dress.
That's a skirt.
No, it's
above the knee is a skirt.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
A skirt is just the skirt.
So
a dress is a whole...
like a sundress on me, basically?
Yeah.
So you're saying I couldn't pull off a sundress, but I could pull off a muumuu?
I feel like it would be shorter.
The sundress or the muumuu?
The sundress.
The shun dress? Where does the muumuu stop?
You're going to be shunned for wearing such a short dress.
Where does the muumuu stop at?
The knees, a real respectable knees.
Can we pull up a picture of like an actual man
in a muumuu?
Not a cartoon character, but like a man wearing a muumuu.
What cartoon character would wear a muumuu?
Homer Simpson?
No, you're wrong. That never happened.
I just want to see a normal looking man. Show me like a man in a muumuu, not like a fat man.
Okay, I want to jump ahead of this by saying the picture is going to make me regret what I said.
Okay.
I have a visual in my head.
I have a visual in my head too, and it's not a beautiful man wearing a muumuu.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Wow, yeah, look at the first couple of results.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I think you could pull it off better than that guy.
Okay, can we see some other ones maybe? Is there other muumuus that we can enjoy?
I think this is CeeLo Green, and that's not a muumuu, that's just a powerful...
robe that the man is wearing?
I don't even know if that's a robe. I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't know what any of that is. Those are like robes. This sucks also.
It's just dresses, bro. That's just a dress.
But it's muumuu.
But that's just a dress on a man.
Because they have to wear bigger dresses because regular dresses are not built for even me.
But why do they call them muumuus?
Because they're bigger dresses. They're for big ladies or normal men.
Type in what the definition of a muumuu dress is. That's what I'm curious about.
You need the muumuu Wikipedia?
Give me the muumuu wiki.
Give me the muumuu wiki.
Bitch, I'm a cow, muumuu.
Daddy needs a muumuu wiki. Show me your muumuu.com. Oh, that sounds horny. All right. Oh, that's pretty short. Oh, is it spelled like this? Oh, it's a
muumuu.
A dress that hangs from the shoulder and is like a cross between a shirt and a robe. It typically has often brilliantly colored with floral patterns. It's from Hawaii. It's a whole thing.
But is it like a man outfit?
I think it's just a person outfit.
So like it's like a unisex thing? Like it doesn't matter, like a man or a woman can wear it?
It's I'm not seeing it continues to be the preferred formal dress for weddings and festivals such as the Merry Monarch hula competition. Also our maternity wear because they restrict the waist. That's what I've always thought of as like a maternity dress.
I don't want to look like a freak. Just give me the muumuu.
Yeah, I don't want to insinuate that you look like a pregnant woman.
But you think I could pull off a muumuu?
All right, did we buy muumuus and regular dresses and put them on and see what works best? I would wear the shit. I wouldn't wear the shit out of a dress, but I would totally put one on.
I mean, I'll put one on just to see how it feels. Just see if I can fit into a dress. Like, what do I look like in a dress?
See, because this is technically a muumuu.
See, I don't consider that a muumuu. But could I pull that off? I could pull that off.
Yeah, but that's also...
I always love seeing boobs in dresses like that. I love that. I love seeing
dresses.
boobs.
Dress boobs.
The boobs. Look at the boobs in that dress. They look
dresses
boobs.
that go to the bottom. It's stupid. That's not a dress.
Just from like the waist up there. I love the
from
wet.
The wet ass pussy up.
Yeah, from the wet up. I
want the dress to be right above the wet ass.
I love the dress to be right.
And you do too, because you don't want to have to wring your dress out later.
Take that, cut it right above the wap, and keep the
here.
rest of it. And that is my wife right there, baby.
Jesus Christ, that's a beautiful lady.
No, show me the big boobs in the wap.
I can't show you the wap. Yeah, there's a.
If WAP turns you off, you don't like WAPs.
Also, like, that's super close to the Italian slur. Right?
That is the Italian slur.
I thought it was an O instead of A. I don't want to say it.
No, it is.
But it's super. When I first seen it, I was like,
first saw it, I was like, have we got
everyone's like, I love WAP.
Everyone's like,
I've got myself a WAP.
Wild.
They're like, whoa, if we're just going to say whatever we want now, let us know. I can get in early.
I've been getting in privately.
These aren't muumuus to me.
No.
If you think I could, this looks like more of a muumuu.
You know what? If you could pull off the muumuu, buy it for me and I'll wear it.
If I could pull it off?
If you can find one, buy it and I'll wear it.
Oh, I'll pull up Amazon right now. Big muumuus. Let's go. Not like they have to be
bigger. It's the Homer Simpson muumuu with the hat.
That has to be like the main muumuu. Don't look at what I've been showing.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, see, these don't even look that offensive. They just look comfy. You know what I mean? This would be so restricting.
That purple one is a slip.
Yeah, some of these are like...
Look at that big floral one there.
This one, it's so wide.
That's the one I want.
That's what I mean. Imagine doing a spin and letting that shit flow and you're just naked
I was gonna say, well, how much is that one?
$20.
$20?
Yeah.
Shit.
A lot of these are $20.
Send it to my house with Prime and all.
That one's $140.
Give me the one for $20 in a man's.
What's the cheapest one? I don't know if they come in men's sizes.
Just find a ladies 5X because I'll assume.
Do you think so? It's a bigger dress.
Small.
That does go up to 5X. I bet it's not $20 for 5X though. There's no way you'd be a 5X. It's $30 now.
What about a 2X?
This is just us looking at Amazon. $27.99. Let's get you a small one. Start from there. Wow, look at all the options.
So pretty.
Woo! It's just dancing.
You order all of them in a 5X.
They never even make it to you. I'm just at my house and
wearing them and spinning around. You never want to wear anything else again. You become conflicted.
I bet you wouldn't.
You become conflicted next time we all have to go out and do something because let's just say perfect world, vaccine, world goes back to the way it was. We're all fine again. We can go to concerts. We can do shit again. We're like, come on, concert, let's go. And you're like looking through all your concert outfits trying to pick the perfect one. But those muumuus just keep like drawing your attention. You're like, it's like you with the Speedo all over again. You're like, do I have the confidence to wear the muumuu? Where you're wearing like a snowsuit to cover it up. I'm gonna assume we're gonna say winter concert, and we get there for the coat check, and you're like, all right, and you take off your snowsuit, and it's a fucking mumu underneath.
Well, we listen to a lot of progressive artists, so I feel like I'd be accepted in some environments.
I'm
picture more just going to like a shit bar.
Go to the JPEG Mafia show and start spinning around.
With them.
Spin around in the dress and show your balls off to everybody.
Yeah, there were some kids there. I don't know if I should do it, but they'd understand. I'm thinking about going to like popping in a sports bar next to just because we don't know where we are.
Going to Jack's wearing a mumu.
Yeah, I never go to Jack's,
but
that's what I mean. You're out of town and you walk into somewhere and
finally go to the egg. Like, finally go to the porn and eggs bar wearing a mumu.
That seems acceptable. I feel like there's places I could pull off a mumu. Do you think I could pull off just a regular dress? I feel like I could. The right dress.
Yeah. It'd have to be because like even most women, because you have to take away the fact that you want to fuck ladies out of this. I know, but there's a lot of ladies that wear tight dresses that just don't look good because they don't have the body for it. You know,
I think there's a lot of people that wear tight clothing.
It's like those.
Just because you could doesn't mean
like those ladies wearing the crop tops at the pimps show.
Oh yeah, those were. You got to put those. You got to hang those up when you hit 30.
Yeah, lady, at a certain point, you got to hide that floaty you got around your middle there or stop chugging Coors Lights.
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, we should be allowed to do both, but just don't do it in front of me.
Yeah.
But me in a no, not mumu, regular dress, not tight dress. No, what's it, like the pencil dress? I think that makes me horny. I'm not sure.
Cocktail dress?
I think so.
Little black dress?
Where the like skirt part comes up a little higher and there's a shorter... I don't mean like the bottom of the skirt, the top. And the bottom comes up a little bit too. And I'll help the rest of it up because we got to air out that wet ass pussy that you have.
If you know what I mean. I'm saying I want to...
There's someone who doesn't know that song and they're like...
Or doesn't get the reference and they're like, they will not stop insulting Italians and calling them wet ass pussies.
Yeah, we should turn... It's so hard to even say it. WAP into derogatory remark. Like, you're a WAP.
You're a wet ass pussy.
Yeah, I mean, it still works. We like to call people pussies.
Yeah, but someone's going to hear it and be like, what'd you say about Italians?
It's a slippery slope.
What'd you say about Christopher Columbus? And comes over. And
Is he Italian?
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus?
Spanish, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All the Italians in Chicago were guarding the Christopher Columbus statues.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them they're a bunch of wet ass
This
pussies.
is part of history. Christopher Columbus.
So are we going to wear dresses in public is what we got to?
Do you want to? I would.
I want to just wear one. Not in public, but I want to try one on because
let's do it in private first.
I do think it's for sure going to be...
Wear a dress with shorts underneath, play beer darts, see how we do?
I think it's going to be too... like you said, too free.
You're going to like it too much, yeah.
Nothing will ever...
Well, because, I mean, in Middle Eastern countries, they wear those robes that essentially could be seen as dresses because they're open in the bottom. But the way they do it, it has, like, sleeves. So it's like a shirt with sleeves on top, but then it's just, like, open on the bottom.
So some sleeves on the dresses were good?
I mean, men wear it in the Middle East, so, like, I don't see what the problem is.
We could get kilts, and we're totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, kilts are fine. So it's like, why shouldn't we be able to wear a dress? So, if we just get a dress with sleeves, I think we're fine.
All right, dress with
sleeves. I think it depends on how feminine we make it look.
I mean...
looking like Sergeant Slaughter wearing a fucking dress. It's like...
I want to... Yeah, let's get into dresses and then pick fights with men. Because you don't want to fight the guy in a dress.
Let's wear dresses, but, like, act so toxically masculine that, like, there's nothing anybody else can do about it. Like, we're just like...
Easy enough for me.
Easy enough, yeah. Simple enough, you fucking simp. And we're just walking around, like, trying to bang whores in a dress. We're like, hey, baby, you want to fuck a real man? Because, I mean... That's some confidence.
Man, yeah.
Like, imagine, like, going out to a bar, both wearing dresses, trying to pick up chicks, and you're like what you see? And they're like, no. And be like, this dress costs more than your house, bitch.
We could take each other's dresses off.
This dress costs more than what your rent costs in a year, whore.
Imagine hooking up with a woman, one night stand.
And you both got to pull your dresses up to fuck?
No, but then you dress normal, you wake up in the morning, and then you're, like, getting ready, and you put her dress on, and
she puts yours on.
No, but I'm not wearing a dress.
Oh, you steal?
I'm saying, yeah.
You go through her closet and find... You go out and seek a woman that has a similar body. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Stab those Crocs.
Please. You go out and fuck a woman with a similar build to you because you want to go to her house, go through her closet while she's asleep, pick out some outfits, and then leave.
And a little
What are
something
you
from the purse
Yeah,
while
a
I'm
little
here.
something from the
And a
purse
couple
and the
things from the
fridge. You know, traditionally, this T-bone
Medicine
steaks.
cabinet.
Sitting there eating sausages with her dogs all night. You know,
Thumbing through her DVD collection just to throw some out. We don't need them
She doesn't
anymore.
need that PS4. It's probably your boyfriend's. And I mean, she
I was gonna say,
deserves
she
to
doesn't
have
need a
it stolen. She
PS4.
deserves to explain why his PS4 is gone anyway. I shouldn't be over here.
Yeah. I need 2 PS4s
Wow.
because Tony Hawk Pro Skater is being remastered, and I'm so excited.
So excited. And then you leave a little sticky note on the underside of the toilet seat lid that says,
That
I'm
says
so
wet
sorry.
ass pussy.
It says, sorry about your wet ass pussy, bro. I saw the PS4 and knew I had to take it.
Could you imagine being cheated on and also the
The
man
dude
stole
steals your PS4 and then leaves you a
and
note
then left you a note?
that only you will find about it, confirming the cheating, also confirming your girl is a wet ass pussy. And well, in the meantime, the whole time she's with you, she's like, I don't know, I just don't get wet. I'm
Yeah, I don't
sorry.
get that wet.
It's
you
just we
know.
got to use lube. It's a me thing. It's not you, because fellas, you know if she ain't wet, it's your fault, and you should probably kill yourself.
Whoa. I've never made a woman wet.
Well, I hate to be this guy, but
You want me to kill myself?
I mean, if you fuck,
Can we at least wear? Can I
mean,
at least wear the dress when I do it?
Yeah, you can wear whatever you want.
Imagine
when
my
you kill
family
yourself.
finding out I killed myself in a dress.
Isn't that the time to tell your family?
Screams that I was
What-
not happy with
no.
my gender. I was gonna say religion, probably both.
Yeah,
I meant to be super Christian, but I
religion
never got
was-
around to it.
Yeah, but I mean, do you still convert to Christianity on your deathbed like the plan is? So before you pull the trigger,
Yeah,
But
what's
killing
your
yourself's a
deathbed
sin.
consist of?
but killing yourself's a sin.
when-
So if you beg for forgiveness for God and convert to Christianity, that's a sin, and you go to hell.
It's tricky.
So you can't kill yourself and convert to God.
Do you get a deathbed if you kill yourself?
No.
Fuck. What's
A
this
deathbed is like you're laying there and you know that the doctor comes in here like his death
about-
is moments away, so you better get your goodbyes in, which means you could die moments from now, you could die never.
What about here? I think I figured this out
Okay.
flawlessly.
I would doubt it, but I would love
I
to see you try
have
to execute it.
a bunch of cups of juice in my fridge. 10 cups of juice. One of them is full of something that will just fucking kill me. Arsenic. And other shit too. A real
Rat
nice
poison.
rat poison, arsenic, the
Jizz.
shit from
The river.
Breaking Bad that
Meth?
killed the kids.
Meth?
No, is it ricin?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Not even going to try.
I don't know if I'm saying the right word.
What is it? Raisins? Those kids died eating raisins?
I put a bunch of raisins in my juice. and I'm
Riesling?
Like, why won't
The
they
kids died drinking Riesling?
Riesling.
Riesling?
What was the Coney line? Someone-
Dr. Seuss Geisel?
we didn't
Giesel?
let the people know about that, man. So yeah, 10 glasses.
Of poison?
Russian roulette. I drink one a day.
Okay, is there
I feel
always
I feel like one, I'll get a deathbed because it'll take me a little bit to die.
is there
And
always 10
two,
glasses every day?
No, there's 10, and eventually
You will get one
I
that
drink
is
the
poison.
one. Yeah, I did that game that people do and rip people off with, and then there's just
Poison. It turns out it's all poison.
they're all even that. But then I feel like God could forgive me for that
But why are
Is
you
that
doing it in the
suicide?
first place?
to die.
Then he can't.
I think he could get over it.
So you do it with the intention to kill yourself, but then on your
It's a fun game then. How about I just say it's a fun game?
No, because then
Makes
on
me feel alive.
No, because then on your death, I mean, you could say that about jerking off with a belt, like I mean, like that's a fun game until you're dead,
Everything's.
Do you have a deathbed
life
if you
is
die
a fun
jerking?
game until you're dead?
I mean, if you want to get fucking deep and fucking philosophical about it, we
I
can
do.
fucking do that. If life's just a big game where you jerk off with a belt and then maybe you die, maybe the next
I
time
don't
you
think that's
tie off
everyone's life.
is jerking off while you die the biggest tie off.
You are obsessed with the biggest die.
Because I'm gonna tie off when I die.
Why?
I'm gonna be on my deathbed and tie off. That's the only time to tie off.
That makes.
Why not do heroin except when you're on your
But
deathbed?
that's a suicide.
No, it's not.
You're
I
just
just
gonna do a
wanted to-
little bit and realize that life was worth living.
No, yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of heroin and realize, fuck, I
fucking
should have been doing this my whole life, but I'm glad I didn't and become a junkie, and then I'm gonna pass away naturally, just with a little bit of heroin in my. No,
I pass
I
away
have a
naturally.
touch. No,
from
I pass away naturally with a touch of heroin
You're
in my
not
system.
passing away
It's
naturally.
just a dab
We
of
both-
heroin.
You die. People are like, I don't even know what that gesture is. He's so old.
I tie off, I shoot
Yeah,
up just
we're aware.
a teensy bit, and I'm like,
You're gonna
this
do a
is a
teensy
nice. Yeah, I'm dying. I don't want to
Do a
overdose
good
on
amount.
heroin.
You're dying.
Yeah, I'm already on my deathbed. I don't want to die of heroin because then it's a suicide and I go to hell. I just want to be high on heroin
I don't like all
when I
these
die.
rules. I think you need to do more than a teensy.
Okay,
you do like a normal amount.
What's a normal amount of
This
heroin?
much.
Okay, how do I know that's not too much? I've never done it.
This is too much.
Well, duh. But how do I know this isn't too much?
Okay,
but it's like
too
drinking like ethanol. Like they say if you drink like a shot of ethanol, you go blind, and 2 shots you die.
No, we've been over that. We Googled that on an episode. We figured all of it
Okay,
out.
but what
You
I'm
could drink
saying
like 10 ounces.
Okay, but
Little less than
what?
that.
How much heroin can you do before?
Fine.
That's fine. That's a
You're a
respectable
strong,
amount of heroin.
big man.
What if it turns out that's the one drug I'm a pussy about, and like that's too much heroin for me?
You won't know.
But I'm
You
on my
won't know.
deathbed. What if that's what kills me, and I wake up in hell, and Satan's like, "Yeah, you never should have done that heroin," and I'm like,
I feel like that's what
"Fuck."
Satan is always gonna say. He's such a narc.
He's such a narc. He's like, shouldn't have done that heroin on your deathbed that didn't kill you, but guess what? You were dead with heroin in your system, so everyone says you died of heroin. So it's like,
Fuck, that's true. It's real tricky.
it's real
maneuver that
tricky
we have
because
to
it's a
figure out.
respectable amount of heroin that you know you did, but everyone's like, oh, for all we know,
This
it was
is
a full
the
needle.
perfect, respectable amount of heroin. This is too much.
Okay, now that is like a finger away from being a deathly amount
That was
of heroin.
a huge gap. This is this an inch? I'm bad with inches because I
Okay.
think my
So
penis
2
is
fingers of
bigger.
heroin is safe,
Right.
but 3 fingers of heroin is
Way
too much.
too much. Even like a half of a finger, a child's finger.
Going
if
up
you
to your
will.
fucking dealer in a scuzzy trap house, being like, "Give me 2 fingers of
Give
heroin."
me- I feel like don't they say that with liquor?
Yeah, 2 fingers of whiskey on the rocks.
Okay.
2 fingers of Jack straight. 2 fingers of black tar Mexican heroin in my veins.
Yeah, it's clearly it's a good measurement for
2 fingers of black
narcotics.
strap tar heroin, cooked.
2 fingers of coke.
2 fingers of angel dust, please. Where do I even get that? How do you make it? What the fuck is angel dust? I hear about it and I have no idea
You're
what
gonna
it is.
Smoke it.
Do you
2
smoke
fingers
angel
of
dust?
Finger. Yeah.
2 fingers of meth, please.
Or I think you can put angel dust like on a blunt and like on other stuff. I think you can snort it too.
River cigarettes covered in angel dust.
It feels like it. It had
It had a powder.
liquid on it. The cigarette I smoked.
What I'm afraid is that we were spraying that bug spray everywhere and some of it got on the cigarettes.
Yeah, that's totally worse than what's in cigarettes.
I mean, like, I can't say there's not already bug spray in cigarettes.
That's true. There's only
I
one way
remember
to find out.
Ham telling me that I was smoking little bits of chopped up rattlesnake in cigarettes because he's like, you think they don't chop up snakes when they're harvesting the tobacco? I'm like, you could say the same thing about spinach. Like,
I hate when they talk about menthols crystallizing your lungs.
that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but that idea
They cut open my
sucks.
lungs and it looks like those crystal grow things from when you were a kid.
Some super cool. Like,
Looks
what's it
just
called?
A geode?
Yeah,
My
but isn't
lungs
there
are
another
geodes.
M word for it?
A what word?
M. It starts with the M.
Minerals?
Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm also thinking about Breaking Bad. Why am I thinking about Breaking
It's
Bad?
minerals, Marie!
Yeah, that's for sure what I'm thinking of. It's
What's the-
geodes, bitch.
What's the best 90s emo band? It's Mineral, Marie!
I don't know. I don't know that. I'm sorry.
You should listen to some Mineral.
I don't have time. I've actually been really
Listening
busy.
to too much American football.
I don't listen to them either.
I don't remember the guy's name, but I just keep listening to
Patrick Duffy.
that. No, that, you know what she said to me? She
Oh, yeah.
said...
I don't know how to say that guy's name.
Yeah, I don't either.
Taj Mahal, I think it is.
No.
Okay. Can you tell me what the Taj Mahal is?
It's a big building.
For...
A guy built it for his wife.
I'm believing it, but I'm skeptical.
It's true. It's a
What's-
building in India.
So he just built a big building for his wife.
Just
so
built a big,
the rest of
beautiful
us
palace.
look like shit.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
literally why he did it.
I love this guy.
So it was a
What's
sign...
what was his name?
Taj Mahal.
This is such a
I don't know the
cocky
guy's
fucker,
name.
too. Could you imagine? Honey, I built you this giant building for
To show
no
you how
reason,
much I love you,
and
and
it's
it's
called
named after me.
me.
I
Come-
built this giant
Why don't you
mansion.
go get in? Why don't you go get inside of me and then I'll get inside of you? That was the
I'll get
whole
inside of
setup.
you,
It was
inside
just
of
a
me.
big joke.
Joke just to fuck
that
your
she
wife.
hated.
Because she hates you because you're so distant because you spent so much time building the Taj Mahal.
Imagine fucking your wife in a giant building that
That
you made
named after
apparently
yourself
was
just to
just
fuck her in.
for. I find it hard to believe it was just a big building.
Look it up.
You ever go in a big building? It's so big you look up and it scares you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's called
I
the
did that
Taj Mahal.
yesterday. I was at the Taj Mahal yesterday.
That's crazy.
I was like,
flew
"Where's
to
Mr.
India?
Mahal at?" And
They're
they were
like, he's dead.
Mahal,
Wrapped in plastic.
and I'm like, "Show me it." And then they did, and it was kind of like
Just
rough
his
to
feet
see.
sticking out of the bottom. A lot of blood in
I
the plastic.
I tickled the feet.
I tinkled on the feet.
Tickled on the feet.
I tinkled
And
on the
everybody
footies.
freaked out.
It was like, whoa, you can't piss on his dead body. I'm like,
It's
it's
our
not an
tree.
ancestral tree.
Yeah, good
I'm
job.
glad
We're
we
both
yeah.
there.
Good job, us.
Took the big toe, so I tagged the tongue, just the Wagglin Tongue, because of course. I feel like that's what I'm going to do for you. When you die at your funeral, I'm going to take your fucking head off and leave your waggly tongue. And as people are trying to restrain me more than anyone ever has, I'm going to be like, this is what he wanted.
And I'm going to put it in I just want you
head.
to know that I'm going to go home and update my living will so that it says when I die, Dramacles drama field is allowed to smash my head like Gallagher with a big hammer so that my tongue waggles everywhere.
Do you think that holds up?
In a living will. It has to.
Right?
It's my will with a notary and my name on it.
My last dying wish
is that one of my best friends smashes my head like Gallagher.
So this is what we're going to do in this fun world we live in, is allow our bodies to be burned to ash and throw the ash wherever the fuck we want, but I can't mallet my buddy's big head until his tongue only waggles
because it's
out.
his last wish.
It's crazy. You can take people's bodies and put them on body farms so we can learn more about the decomposing.
But I can't
mallet my buddy's
I can't
big head
request
till
my
his tongue
friend's
waggles.
dying wish and Gallagher his face until his head is exploded and his
I
tongue
think
is
we
waggling
should-
everywhere going gah, 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 gah,
I think we
gah.
should both definitely put this in our will. Don't tell anybody else who will be involved.
Because they
And
won't
just-
let it
'cause
happen.
imagine
They'll be like, it's
also
grotesque.
if you-
like our kid, like if we have children, they're gonna be like, no, we can't let dad go out like that.
Yeah, imagine if you went to your dad's will and testament.
Doubt it.
Of course.
Doubt I'm even in it.
You got to show up just to see what that man could even leave for you. But imagine you did, and he was like, the only thing, and it's like the guy like sitting you down, like, I'm sorry, I know it's a difficult time. Your father has a video will he puts in the tape. It's a football game. And he's like, your dad was bad with technology. You know this better than
He
anyone.
didn't even
And then
watch
he's
football.
Like, yeah, why would he have been taping it? Nobody knows. And then he's like, here's the written version. It's difficult to read, but and he sits down and he's like, I leave, whatever shit. And then it gets to the point where he's like, and for my son, I almost said your actual real name, Slimacles? Slim Yard?
Slim Yard. Fuck yeah! I'm gonna change my name legally to Slim Yard.
I demand that he mallets my head into oblivion until all that's left is a waggling tongue. And the guy just
if it's on
reads that
video,
to you.
like
no, it's not on video because he
just-
didn't figure out the video camera. It's
so
just,
I can see my dad.
It's just the New York
corpse,
Giants in
like,
'96. It wasn't even a game that mattered
that
at all.
sucked.
And he doesn't watch football.
No.
But yeah, they write it out, they read it, and then
they
they're
just hand
like,
me the mallet, and they're like, "Body's in the next room." Man.
The guy like spins around, and your dad's just propped up behind him. Yeah, you probably have to like say like when and where maybe.
Yeah, like
I love
is
to
it like
catch all of like whenever you feel.
whenever
like,
you
grieve,
can muster up the strength.
Yeah, take your time, grieve.
We'll keep him on
I'll be
ice.
here.
We'll keep him on ice. We got
I'm
him
not
on
going
ice.
anywhere. They're like, God damn it.
He's not going anywhere, if you know what we mean. Hear that? Hear that, little Slimacles dad? You're dead, and you're with us.
Yeah, young Jeff Slim. What did I say? Slimyard? Jeff Slimyard the third. You're like, so what even happened?
I hate that I
had a
came
Jeff
from the
and then
ball
two
sack
more.
of Jeff Slimyard the third.
Yeah,
That implies there was two other Jeff Slimyards that were better than him.
Yeah, so that means you didn't die until you had like a great grandchild.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you better get on it, buddy.
And the family.
We
tradition
recently
is to
found out you were
smash
born in
each other's-
1975, so
It's a
time's
wild
ticking.
year. I'm 50.
But wait, what if interesting concept I've just stumbled upon.
Okay.
Stick with me here. It's
I'm
a
here.
wild ride. You have a kid right now, Jeff
Okay.
Slimyard.
Doubt it.
You immediately, maybe
Kill
even
him.
before you have the kid, ideally, before the kid even comes out, you knock up another lady. Can she have the second?
Jeff Slimyard, but then she'll be like, "Who's Jeff Slimyard the first?"
Well, you tell her I'm just
That was my dad's name.
putting it. No, you tell her it's the kid.
Yeah.
I'm putting it. So you have a kid. He's the first. Then you bang a lady,
Another lady
and have
who
another
would-
kid immediately
But what-
following the first kid.
the
Can he
day
be the
after.
second? Yeah, as close as possible.
Like
you had a
minutes,
wild
moments
weekend.
after.
A wild
like,
weekend.
Like you fucked her at the party, and then you just went into the next room and fucked her at the
I
party.
think you got to give it like a day.
No,
Because
nothing.
what if
they have like back to back? Like one's born at 11:55, one's born at 11:56.
I don't know if you could
It's
ever
great.
make that possible.
But what if you did?
There's only one way to know. But it's you.
fuck women minutes apart.
You just bang so many women, and then you have kids. Just like you have a whole hour of children, 60 children, 60 minutes with Dan Rather,
And they're all Jeff Slimyard the 57th.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, can you do that?
Can I fuck
Technically.
57 women
No,
and have
you
a bunch of
can't.
kids?
No. So could you have a kid with a lady, Jeff Slimyard the first, and then a kid with another lady moments after Jeff Slimyard the second?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I don't think that's how it traditionally works.
Right.
But I mean,
I'm
like,
not here for tradition.
I don't think there's anything that says like you can't. But what if they run it? What if they're in like the same class at school together? Turns out you didn't fuck women that live in different school districts, and they.
Oh no! What are you supposed to? Yeah, moments after each other, and you got to drive to different.
Well, yeah,
counties?
you got to set this up. You got to be like, "Where are you from?" And she's like, "Here." And then you're like, "Where are you from?"
You
and
have
she's
to
like,
orchestrate
"Here."
some sort of what do women love, like fitness tea and
Yeah,
shit
women
now?
have these things that live in their minds. They're called expectations, and
Yeah.
you have to live up to them.
But you have to get all these women from different areas for like some sort of convention, and then they all have to be.
Go to the
willing
anime
to fuck.
convention, fuck some women there. Fuck her juggalette that has your Peter Criss face paint on her pussy.
Don't fuck her.
Fuck her.
No.
After you've eaten her out and gotten face paint everywhere, you fuck her.
You've gotten my face.
You both
paint?
have face paint all over your
Yeah,
faces.
but
and
do you have my
swimsuit
face
areas.
paint from the last time that I ate her out, which was longer than it should have been?
Yeah, she's a juggalo. She doesn't fucking bathe, bro.
Oh, our Juggalo fans are going out the window.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You know
they
we
should
need
have
to
gone out
hold
the
on to
window
effort.
before, but
Jesus.
what are you
They're
gonna do
too
about
big.
it? Yeah, the window's not small enough to get these fat pigs out.
The window's not small.
Yeah, it's too big.
I really want to make them
too big for these pigs.
I want to be behind them just squeezing.
I can smell a juggalette from a mile away.
We don't make fun of that song because some of us had a spiritual moment that you weren't around for. Because you were making all the food on the grill.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I disagree. I don't remember eating either time.
Well, people told me to cook all the food,
Oh,
so I
the
did.
potatoes were incredible. Yeah. I'm hungry now.
Me too.
What should
Go
we
get some
eat?
potato olays after this and have
God,
them
you
fuck
are
up your order.
obsessed with potato olays
'Cause
and
they're
getting
good.
refried beans. Oh yeah, my dreams. I had two dreams.
Yeah, let's get into these.
So it was a while ago now, but I had a dream about the podcast, and we were in like Cole's house, but it wasn't his house, and like his family was there,
Okay.
and he wasn't there, and his family was like coming and going, and we were like setting up to record, and then we're recording on reel-to-reel tapes, and you kept like grabbing the actual tape and fucking with it, and I was
Traditionally.
like, what the fuck? You can't do that. And then you're like, it's fine. Sometimes you gotta like pull it, you know, like cassette tapes, you gotta rewind it. I'm like, that's not the same. And you're just pulling all of it out, and I'm like, it's not gonna fucking work. And also, how is this even possible that we would be recording a podcast on reel-to-reel?
Reel-to-reel?
Who's gonna like
Who's gonna
digitize
transfer
that,
this?
master it? And you were just like, yeah, that was basically you just being absolutely obnoxious about it. And
Sounds
just
about right.
pulling out. And I guess it's not that interesting in retrospect. But I woke up angry. I was like, why would he do
Oh wow, you had a dream where I did something stupid and woke up angry at me. What else is new?
Yeah, I'm only talking about the podcast ones on here. The other ones.
Did I talk about how a head would explode and a tongue would waggle everywhere?
No, this was pre-waggle. And soon
Pre-waggle,
will be
post-waggle.
post-waggle because you're about done with it. I
Yeah.
know. You almost ran it through. And then this morning I woke up from one, and I just couldn't find the like cord to plug this bitch in. And then that was just it. But I was like so frantic. And then I even woke up and I felt frantic. And I was like, oh my God, I can't forget the thing I've never forgotten ever.
I had a dream. Okay, you know how like I don't have like company over to the house ever, you know, especially like
No one will show up.
Well, yeah, and especially in like the way the world currently is, I'm not having like parties at my house or anything, you know. But I had
I'm throwing parties directly outside of your house.
I had a dream that someone threw a party in my house but didn't tell me about it. And I came home and there was just people everywhere like sleeping on the floor and the couch, and like they were all being like disgusting, like they were like just
Hell
getting
yeah.
shit everywhere.
Who
like
threw the party? Do you know?
I don't even remember. I just remember like being like scared, honestly, because I'm like, why is there so many like shirtless,
Bodies.
unmasked bodies in my house right now? And like just freaking out, like wondering. Let the bodies hit the and then that guy died of a heart attack.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, died on the tour bus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why it sounded like I
And then
cared
Drowning
that much.
Pool constantly, just their whole shtick is just writing his memory out forever. Like for some reason, I was listening to Drowning Pool the other day because I was going through like
Sucks.
I was going through like an old music like dive, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I remember "Step Up" by Drowning Pool, because if you want to step up, you gotta get knocked down.
Oh,
like
I
that
know,
was a
too.
thing.
It's a perfect.
'Cause remember the
fight
album
song.
cover with the boobies on it?
I don't.
Desensitized.
Or like the main album?
No, the main album was Sinner, and it had like the girl with the
face on it?
Yeah, it had the face. But then the one, because then the guy died, and then they put out the one after that, because that had Knocked Down, and then that also had All Is Fair in Love and War. Because I remember the X playing that one constantly. But no, like I was listening to them, and there was like a live album. I was like, I wonder how bad these guys are live. And I'm listening to it, and like every song, the singer's like, you might, before he sang the old songs, he's like, you might remember a man called Dave fucking Williams, and everyone just.
And I'm there like, I don't think so.
They made Bodies a 10-minute
with
song. I was like, how do you do
the bodies
this?
just didn't stop hitting the floor.
Just constantly, just to build up, let the bodies hit the floor.
That's always like the crazy story about how like they wouldn't play songs after 9/11, and that was like the peak of that song.
Yeah.
Was right around 9/11. They were like, we can't listen to Let the Bodies Hit the Floor anymore. 9/11.
But that's one of those things where like they play. They're one of those bands now where like they play everything else, and then the last song they play is like they're like, we know what you came for.
Yeah. But I'm not even coming for Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Did you
not showing up?
Yeah, I'm showing up for Pulling Away, actually, the track after Bodies on the first album. That's the one I want to hear.
I'm showing up to say, it should have been you, to the singer.
Even though they're on their 5th singer now.
Well, yeah, it should have been any of them.
You know what I love is I love looking up bands that I used to listen to, and they're like, there is currently no original members in the lineup.
Yeah,
and
I know.
you're like,
what is this?
Like, what is it?
How does that even happen?
There's a band, Norma Jean has no members left, and it's literally just like the singer and a guy and one guy that plays guitar, because like everybody keeps quitting because the singer is like really right wing now and like sucks. Like him and the singer from Trapped should just blow each other.
That's a tour I'd watch.
Did you see this? That Trapp's new album sold like under 6,000 copies.
I believe it. Who the fuck is? And they like, aren't they the ones who argue with everybody?
Yeah, just the singer does. Yeah. The singer
because
is
weren't
like
they
really
come
right
here right when the COVID stuff happened?
Yeah.
And I think it was like,
well,
it was like the day everything happened, and I kept going, are they going to cancel the Trapped show? Imagine wanting concert so bad you go to the Trapped show.
Well, could they had that? No, didn't you read about that festival they had in Wisconsin? It was like the New Metal Fest. That like
I saw someone
Fitting the Herd Festival or whatever.
Yeah, I saw someone like
it was like
post the article. I didn't.
It was like all bands I would have gone and seen when I was like 15, including the new and improved Static X with the singer from Dope wearing a Static X mask.
Does he have the hair?
Yeah. Okay. Haven't you seen it?
No, I don't.
Pull this up right now. I want you to see how grotesque and weird this is.
This is so specific.
Look up Static X 2020. It is so fucked. Because what they do is they got a guy who they just call Zero with an X, but it turns out it's Easel Dope. But he wears a Wayne Static mask that looks like a fucking zombie on stage.
I don't like that at all. I can't wait to replace you and make the next guy wear the mask.
Yeah, so picture a guy wearing a slim... Yeah, so that's a guy wearing a Wayne Static mask.
That's just weird.
That's the singer from Dope. Wearing a Wayne Static. Yes, that's Wayne Static.
Yeah, so it's like
and there's the guy wearing a Wayne Static mask.
Oh, so it's like a zombie. How would you feel to be him? Like
what? And then what's
what's
even crazier is like one of the new singles they put out for it. It was a fucking skeleton with Wayne Static hair, and I'm like, how much more disrespectful can you get?
Is it this?
They're like, yeah, and they're like, no, we're honoring his memory, and it's like, how?
Is he dead?
Yeah, Wayne Static died in like 2013.
I don't keep up with. I never even listened to Static.
I loved Static X, bro. That was like one of my
I thought you were saying you're still alive, and I was like, what? You have to be paid so much to be like. Imagine like, yeah, if I was like, hey, I don't think this is working. I want to keep going, and I'm gonna make sure the guy wears a mask and dresses like you. Well,
no, imagine if you died. Imagine if you died, and I got someone to wear a drama mask.
Yeah,
and
come to the
but also sounds like you. But like, yeah, like takes your role and everything. Like lives in your house, has your girlfriend, goes to your job.
Well, yeah, I don't like any of that.
I like all this, but it's just wearing a U mask. Like something about it is just weird and creepy.
Oh yeah, it's especially since it looks like creepy.
It looks
and
like
he's
him,
dead,
yeah.
But it looks like a zombie version, which he is a zombie
like yeah, they're
version
implying that like he's dead, but like back from the grave and singing,
That's
even
such
though
a
you
bold
listen to it and
choice.
it's clearly just a man do it. It's clearly just someone doing a Wayne Static impression.
It's so specific.
It's weird.
Is it the first time I ever yawned on the podcast?
No, that can't be right. 164 episodes and you've never yawned?
Well, yeah, technically. And all the Patreon. I yawn on the Patreon.
Yeah, we yawn on the Patreon all the time. That's sleepy dad time. People just don't realize it.
It's also, we do this at weird times now, and then I leave, and I'm like, there's still like that weird amount of my day left.
We're like You can't do anything major,
No.
but like you can do some things if you're not like a
just
lazy
this
piece
is
of
gonna
shit.
I don't even know when I'll pull off. I need to
Yeah.
eat something.
I don't know when I'm gonna tie off, but it's gonna be the big one.
God, I can't wait till you tie off your Wagglin Tongue.
I was just
and
about
be
to say
over
that.
it.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna mash up the two things I do. I'm just gonna tie off and
God, I just
tie off my head so tight it explodes. And
like it's what he would have wanted. Trust me.
No,
I have some recent audio to back it
I
up,
have
but
some
not
recent
nearly as
audio.
much as he was saying in public.
God, every time he got drunk, I hope my head explodes and my tongue waggles.
Not even that. You're just
Every
like,
woman I've ever, every girl I've ever fucked has been like, oh yeah. Every time he came, he's like, oh, I'm gonna come. I wish my head would explode. My tongue was waggling everywhere. Oh.
That's so specific.
Yeah, well, I wish it would, because that would probably be the best orgasm. You can't prove it until it happens, and then you can't prove that it's the best because you're dead.
This is the good old suicide
Conundrum.
deathbed. A little bit of heroin.
A little bit of heroin, head explodes, tongue waggling orgasm. Is it the best orgasm? Everything.
And your kids are whatever. Jeff Slimyard Jr.
Jeff
Junior,
Slimyard,
Junior.
Jeff
the third.
Jeff Slimyard the ninth, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Luckily, I'm with all my half brothers
But
that
they
are all
were all
my
born
exact
moments
same
apart.
age.
We all share the same birthday.
Yeah, we forget what number we
Oh
are.
my god!
Now,
Imagine being you
Dad
having
used to just
go
refer to
9
us
different
as
birthdays.
Dad used to just refer to us as the number, not Jeff.
You used to just refer to us as the Von Trapp family.
But yeah, you sit there and you know your dad's moments away from death, so he shoots up heroin, ties, I guess, a belt around his head until his head explodes.
He just called us the Slim Family Band.
Yeah, and we never played music. He actually never really
He
showed us
He
love
told
or
us that we
anything.
couldn't play music because he played music with his buddy one time, and
and soon they're going to be getting the band back together. They
and,
just
like,
have to figure
he
out how to
can't-
quiet it
But
down.
like Dad
his
would
friend
play.
isn't even his
But
friend.
Dad
at
would play bass
all.
so loud all the time, and he would say he's like talking to his friend, but like we all know
Yeah.
that he doesn't have any
We
friends.
never even met that guy, and we're all
That
in our
guy's
50s.
dead.
Yeah, he has that mask that he makes some of us wear and drink beers with them.
He has a mask that looks like a dead man's face, and he makes us play beer darts with him, and it's sad.
We don't have beer in cans anymore. We
Oh
also don't
yeah,
have
wouldn't it
darts.
be funny if we did another Dapper Dads episode? That'd be hilarious. Oh, get it? My head explodes and my tongue's waggling. What about my dick? My fucking dick. My cum, guys. Balls and cum and spit and shit.
Yeah, he constantly references times at this cabin
Episode
that we
at the
assume never
cabin.
happened.
Episode 150 cabin, guys.
Yeah, it's just pieces.
Call
of this broken.
402 Cabin Dapper. That's 402 Cabin
So
Dapper.
you still have the number down and you still keep it active.
4027 Cabin.
Call that. No, that's
No, that
a letter
fucked up.
short or number short.
You're
both
calling
short.
India at that point. They're
Yeah,
like,
we are
don't
not
have a
responsible
cabin.
for charges. If you call India, get the fucking scoop on the Taj Mahal because I have some theories.
We got
that
some think
something
about the
was-
Taj Mahal.
That guy had to have cheated, right?
Taj Mahal smells like pussy.
Yeah, once I get in it.
Yeah,
'cause
once
I have
I'm
a
done
wet-ass
with it.
pussy.
Once I'm done with it.
Wet ass Taj Mahal.
Wet,
am I right?
wet ass Taj Mahal. Am I right, baby?
He had to have cheated on her to build a building.
No, he just loved her so much that
That's
he built
not-
the building. You just don't.
Humans
You just
are
can't
not
love.
capable of that.
You're not
I
capable
love
of
harder
it.
than you could ever imagine.
I love
It's
harder
not
than you could ever waggle your tongue in a poorly timed suicide where you ruin the bell.
I didn't ruin it.
It's dead. You just ripped his head off.
Fuck face. Okay.
Oh,
Now
now the
ruin it.
bell's ruined.
Wow. I didn't
Wow,
know
the
this is how
bell's
bells
dead.
work.
This is how bell. Yeah, put it in there and see what it does.
Shut up. Don't say that to me again. You're always just like, put it in there and see what
Oh,
it
I
does.
see exactly what it does. And then it knocks that thing on the
Also
side.
see it. Yeah. Wow, we learned how bells work. We're not relaying it to any listeners, but we learned how bells
Watch the
work.
video to see how
I
bells
don't
work.
think they can see.
No, you guys are fucked. You can't see how the bell works.
Oh, it
Yeah,
really
see, it does.
gets.
It's a knocker.
Some of the best knockers. Wow.
Here, let me try
Who
a little.
made the bell? Thomas Edison Bell? Thomas Bell? Oh, we figured it out, so we've got a more complicated bell now. This requires teamwork. So now, no, not one person. We have to agree from
We
here
have to
on out.
grieve?
We have to grieve for the loss of the bell, but the gaining of new knowledge
Is
now
that if
we
we
have
wanna
to
ring
agree.
the bell.
If we want to ring the bell, we both have to meet eye to eye on it. I do not want to ring it right now. I'm sorry. It has to be.
Don't leave me ringing, bro.
I'm not.
Don't leave me
quite
hanging
the
without
opposite.
Don't leave me hanging without a ring, bro.
If you like it, then you should have rang
Don't-
the bell about
Don't
it.
leave me hanging without a ring, bro.
This is getting weird.
This is how I propose to you.
With that,
Yeah.
That
I'm like,
doesn't
don't leave me
even-
without a ring, bro. And I put a ring on your finger. I'm like, Let's do this fucking
And it's
thing.
the nicest fucking. Get
It's like,
away from me.
Give me a ring, bro.
I won't.
I
I told
gave-
you it has to be a topical reference. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. You've ruined everything. Okay.
Those over our eyes.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. You can
It is
see
different.
whoa, and then you whoa.
It's like a peephole.
A peephole into the soul, some might say.
All right, guys, just 5 more minutes and we'll be done.
Yeah,
Listen
don't
to
worry
us.
about this, guys.
We got distracted. Also, these two were recorded back to back. Bet you didn't know.
But you didn't know that because the quality
it's
was
my
so superior
birthday.
and consistent.
Oh, fuck.
After
the other
first
episode.
other one.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
If I didn't get a present from you and you're listening to this, I fucking disown you.
Yeah.
And it better have been great.
It better be good.
I want a wet ass pussy. Not from anybody.
Oh.
On myself. I want my
You want a
penis to become
surgically
a
constructed
wet
wet
ass
ass pussy?
Not like forever. Just like a week.
A surgically constructed wet ass
Just
pussy
mush-
that's so wet you have to wear a fucking pad. No,
Just-
an adult diaper to soak it up all week.
Too wet.
And then
Too
it
wet.
transforms back into a dry ass dick.
No, just mash up my dick and balls into a pussy for a weekend.
Yeah, let's see how gross we can make the last 5 minutes to talk
This
about.
isn't gross. This is science.
Talk about mashing up your dick and balls to make a wet ass pussy is pretty fucking
I didn't
gross.
say wet because I understood.
Fine, just mashing up your dick and balls to make a. Saying the term mashing up implies like you're in there with like a potato.
Yeah,
masher,
which is
just-
what I was not trying to imply.
Well, it's implied when you say mashing up.
Squeezing it all in?
Still wrong. That implies like you should
Pressing it together.
That's like Play-Doh, where you're just pushing it together
Yeah,
to
I
make
have
a pussy.
Play-Doh penis sometimes.
A Play-Doh penis that gets mashed into a Play-Doh pussy.
Sometimes.
I was watching a porno earlier this week where a guy was mashing his dick into the girl, and it seemed like he just wasn't really into it. And I'm like, why did they keep filming
I think it
this?
happens.
Because it's like he had like a big. He was like skinny guy, big dick, and like it just seemed like it was almost too big to keep like going at the length of stroke he was going. You know, because he had to
Yeah.
keep like grabbing it and going
That's
with it.
how I am. I have such a
But
big
the
dick
girl
that it
had an
doesn't work.
annoying voice, and I think that's kind of what was doing it. Because like if the girl, a little, she sounded like a little bit like
You're
the
gonna say
one girl
something
on
bad.
Will and Grace.
Oh, yeah.
Megan,
yeah.
whatever,
Megan
you know?
the Stallion.
Yeah, it
From
sounds like Meg
Will
the
and
Stallion
Grace.
screaming about her foot.
Wow, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm on Megan's side with that.
We
Deport
are.
Tory Lanez
No,
back
no,
to
if you
wherever
can.
the fuck he came from.
You are a Tory Lane stain.
Not anymore. He's canceled. He shot Meg the Stallion in the feet,
And
and he's 5'1", and his real name's Daystar.
have you ever seen? There's a porno that
Doubt
I
it.
feel like circulates a lot, and it's like "Don't fuck crazy girls" or something, and the girl is saying like crazy shit. She looks like possessed, and she's like I can't even explain it. I hate that I brought it up. It's fucking. It sticks
yeah,
with
I've
me.
never
It sticks
seen
with me
this.
maybe more than any. And he's like aggressively fucking her because she won't shut up, and she's like, "Yeah, come on," and she's just like. She looks possessed. It scares me. I think about it sometimes. I rewatched it recently because I was curious if it was just in my mind.
I'm gonna need you
Built
to
up.
uncharacteristically send me a link to this when you find it,
I
because I have
just said
absolutely
it's-
no idea what you're talking about.
Just search "crazy" on Pornhub.
That sounds like a bad
guarantee
idea.
you it comes up. I wish I didn't tell other people because someone's gonna find it and like it, and you shouldn't. It's one of those that you shouldn't like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like, this is wild.
Like it's wild. This is bad. This shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable because at first you're like, it's hot. It gets real rough and nasty, and then it just goes on for a long time, and it gets pretty aggressive, and you're like, oh, buddy, what are you doing here? You showed up.
You're getting a little aggressive here, man. The milkman.
Family and
Yeah,
take
what are
me
you
back
gonna
to the
do? Oh
cottage off of the estate that
Oh
my
my
parents grew
God,
up
what's
on.
gonna
Come on,
happen?
I
You're gonna
need
find my
all this.
wife, and you're gonna fuck her so
You're gonna
hard her
take
head
her
explodes and her tongue starts
Damn
wiggling
it, I thought we
everywhere.
could have got away with no more
Nope,
waggles.
cannot make it to the end without at least
And I'm
one more
not get to the end
waggle.
without
I
waggle.
get that wiggly waggly.
Get that wiggly. We are counting down the seconds, folks. We are 1 minute away. Also, who the fuck knows when this started? So I bet it isn't even like
Oh, who
perfectly.
gives a shit? Yeah, fuck
I think
it.
we got 3 more minutes.
Fuck it. I'm
This
not
is
doing
just what
3
I
more
do
minutes of
forever.
this shit.
Just 3 more minutes. Just wait.
Just wait. Yeah, we just quietly waited out.
It's like when I'm getting a blowjob and I'm like, I promise you, it's so
I'm
close.
coming, and
moments
then like you're
away.
not coming, and you're just still. She's going really hard, and
Yeah,
you're just like,
I'm moments away. Don't change anything about what you're
You're
doing.
like, I'm not
Otherwise,
even
we're
cl-
resetting the counter.
I'm not
entirely.
even close. You might as well just keep going.
Yeah. You want to fulfill your. Oh, not what I was gonna say. How do we need this to end? It's getting dicey.
It's real dicey.
I want to use this as a video clip, just us both watching
Watching
the
the clock
time go
run down.
and kind of talking.
Guys kind of sort of being like, yeah, whatever. Let's see when this shit ends. I guess it's got to end at some point.
Come on, let's just watch and wait for this shit.
Okay, quick. Last episode, we were making a joke about a ball dropping, and it's, what was it?
That was on the Patreon, I think.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.